Vice President, Science Communicators Forum, Kolkata, resource person of NCRT and NCST, EST. He has visited different crystallographic laboratories of Warsaw, Poland, Paris, London and Yorkshire. I welcome sir to please carry on the session. I hope everyone will enjoy the session. Sir has many interesting experiments for you. So I hope everyone will enjoy and be silent. Don't shout as you are doing in each and every classes. The last benchers, the Sainik school, all the Sainik school students, all of you please pay attention over here. As you are sitting in our last bench, you are not paying attention here, you are talking amongst yourself. Kindly pay attention over here.
Can you hear me from the back? Can you hear me? Those who are sitting in the chairs, I am requesting them to bring their chair and come over here, because I am not going to give any lecture. You are going to give lecture to me. So I want you to be near me. Please, who are sitting in the plastic chair, bring their chairs here and sit in front. No, not here. There, plenty of space. Just back, at the back. Good, very good. Yeah. Fine. Just leave this space. Leave this space here. You can come over and okay. Those who are at the back, whatever Vicky has said, I am contradicting. Because at the back, I am talking with the mainly boys I can see at the back. They can talk among themselves. They cannot hear me. They don't want, they don't hear me. If they want, they can leave. And at 4:30, I heard that some of you have some tuitions. They may go, but my lecture will continue till one student will be interested to hear. Because it is not a lecture, it is something you will teach me. I will do something, and from that you will tell me why these things are happening. That's all. This is my, I don't count how many times I have come to Bhubaneswar in KIT for Inspire program. I think this is, how many times? 43. Then I think 15 I have come. But I don't remember exactly how many. Now, you can see I have a paper cylinder in my hand. From the back, it will be difficult. I have a paper cylinder. I hope you can see it, all of you. What I do, I put fire to that. And since there is a plaster there here, so I am standing here. When I will give you the match, hold it. You understand? I light the match, hold it. Now I am going to light this cylinder in my hand because there is no space here. I hope the nearby people have seen. I am doing it again for the benefit of the backbencher who doesn't want to hear or them. I am doing the same thing again. Again put fire, yeah. On the top. Too much air is here. Put the fire on the top. No, more. Surrounding, yeah. Now the fire is burning. That I will not talk, he will talk. What has happened? Why the paper cylinder gone up? Please.
And at the last, gone up because the air molecule.
Paper has gone up because of the fire. It burned.
It's gone and this white has gone up.
No, why should it gone up?
Yes, it has gone up because most of the spaces inside the paper that is filled with the air molecules as they are
Outside there is also air molecule. Outside also there is air molecule.
but since most of the paper has been gone and it has been converted to
Carbon dioxide. So you see carbon dioxide going on. Carbon dioxide can be seen.
Carbon dioxide inside the paper holds that.
Hey, sit down, don't touch together. I will expect some answers from the back. From the back, second time I have done it. Have you given any attention to that second time? You want to say something? Yeah, tell me. Loudly.
Speaker down. When you burn the paper, the air pressure is surrounding that becomes more. So sorry, the air gets lighter. So we know this is the property of the air that the air will move from high pressure to low pressure. So it will go from higher to lower and hence the paper will also.
The pressure gets reduced and you say it will go from lower pressure to higher pressure.
High pressure to low pressure.
Higher pressure is up, so it will come down. Higher pressure is up, lower pressure is at the fire. So this is interesting because we are now playing with science. I tell that light is wonderful. I can see wonderful faces. So young, so aspirant. And you know, probably in the world, the Indian boys and girls are the best. We are high. I have traveled many places in the world, particularly in USA. I have done all the science laboratories and science museums, and I found what I do here is better than them. And so I will request you, just try to follow what is going on here. Why I am doing this? Playing with some paper, playing with some... You will notice that whatever I shall use, they are very expensive. Isn't it? Very expensive. Why I use these expensive things? Because you can get at your home. Can you not get a bottle at your home? You can get. So whatever experiment, next experiment will do with this, you can do the experiment by yourself. Then you will understand the fundamental concepts. That is my job. Why you need to know fundamental concepts? You are so wonderful boys and girls of Odisha, got more than 1%, I mean you are among the 1% best boys. So You need not to be learned all these things because you have read from the book, marked up in your head, committing in memory and vomiting in paper. That's what you have done and got 90% marks. Maybe in the last level you will get 100% mark, I don't know, maybe. And they will go for this, this. But when you want a charger to charge your mobile, you go to the shop and buy a mobile, charger at 50 rupees and look at it, made in Korea, made in China, not made in India. Why it is so? Is it so difficult to make? This thing, this prediction there, is it made in India? The principles, all the technologies we are buying. TV, you have a very big TV in your house. No, it's not coming. Can you hear from the back? Yes, sir. Okay. The TV, it is made in India, but technology has come from there. One TV you buy, the profit goes in dollar to the foreign countries. Now what is the need? Probably you have heard that by 2020 or 2025, India will be the greatest power. How this power is going to come? Because these inspired programs are taken up to give the young boys and girls inspiration to become a scientist, to become a real scientist, to do something real innovative and maybe getting Nobel Prize. You know, by working in India, who got the Nobel Prize? That's C.V. Raman. How many days before? He got the Nobel Prize in 1930, but the work was announced in 1926 in Bangalore for his scattering in liquids. But if I ask you what is that, I know nobody of you will be able to tell me what is Raman. So it is possible Jagadish Bose could have taken the Nobel Prize, but unfortunately he was like a saint. He doesn't care about prizes. No, actually Sister Nivedita insisted him to do certain amount of patent work, and all of you know that some of this work was been taken by Marconi. Marconi's work is independent, but some of the basic idea was taken from Jagadish Bose, which he didn't recognize. Now it is your turn. You have to think what you can do for your state, what you can do for your village, what you can do for your house. Say, for example, there is another inspired program, I don't know whether you know, for the school students, where you can give projects, and from that project, to maintain that project, you can get lot of grants. Your school can get grants, so you can go for that inspired program. I am giving you an idea, simple idea. Many of you can ride cycle? Yes. Oh, wonderful. Because government has given mostly girls are given cycles and boys has got cycles from their parents. If you every morning, because instead of exercising, you put your cycle on the stand and sit down and cycle and put a generator there with a battery, the power can be stored there. And if everybody of your house, say 3 or 4 persons, cycle for 15 minutes, the amount of energy that will be stored can run your, meet the need of the house in the. So you need not have a connection. Is it very difficult to make? A cycle, you have a generator in your cycle for lighting in the front. So instead of that, you can have a battery, proper installations as solar light is, energy of solar light is being conserved. Why I am giving you an idea. Somebody from the village might do it, and they can have a different amount of power, different source, which will be, very easily you can get. Even if you have a very portable thing, then you can cycle to go to your place and as well as store your energy. Now let us have a story. But that phenomenon was not been explained. Anyone want to explain it? He tried it, he also tried it. Very good, good effort. I should say anybody who tries it, even he is wrong, we should clap for him. Why? Because he has the guts to come forward, that I may try. Most of our Indian students don't try it when they go for interview like this. As if they're dangerous persons. I go with the guts. So I want this job. I am the best of it. Now do you know you are best? Well, try me. Give me the job. I will prove myself. That's the guts. You have to do it. Now, tell me, what has happened with the paper cylinder? Okay. I should not waste much time. It is already 2:35. Please.
Sir, the paper was taken that was in round shape.
Cylindrical.
When it was the air inside the cylinder get heated, become lighter. And after the paper completely burned, it was so
No,
lighter.
it has started rising before it is completely burned. Slightly paper was left. If I can, there is a lot of air coming from here.
At that time, the air above that paper was lighter, and down the paper was not lighter, which give the force to up the paper.
Who will, you know, to go up you need a force.
Yes,
Who gives
sir.
the force?
The lighter, higher, denser air which was under the paper.
Very good, very good. Give me a clap. Actually, I know all of you have a trouble to speak in English. Besides the English I speak, you speak the way you speak, there is certain difference. So you have some difficulty to understand me, I have some difficulty to understand him. But what he said is correct. He said that when the cylinder was burning, the air is get heated, what he said, and become lighter, so air is going up. And the heavy air which is at the side, in class 7 you have learned that if something goes up, hot air, then air from the surrounding will come. What is that phenomenon? Is convection current. Convection current. So it is an experiment on convection current. If in class 7 somebody has showed you this experiment, I think you could have answered it and you should have remembered. From today till you die, you will remember this experiment. This is an experiment for convection. Now I have to give a suggestion. What is that? That it is the paper of a tea bag. I take out the tea. Don't throw away. I put it in my tea container. Then I made a cylinder out of it. How? I put the tea bag inside this. This is exactly fitted the tea bags. So this is wonderful. If it is very dry, put some water. In the second tea bag, I put more water. That is why there is a difficulty of putting fire. Putting fire. So what happened? It is an experiment of convection current. Now a story. It is a Arabian story that a fisherman was resting by the side of a sea, and suddenly he see a bottle is coming from the sea. Naturally, any human being, if a bottle comes to him, he will pick it up and what he will do? He will open it to see what happens. And as soon as he opened, a gene came out. My God. And the gene said, you know the story. And gene said, I am going to kill him. Then the fisherman said, my Lord, what fault I have done? He said, long time I was waiting, nobody has rescued me. I thought, now if somebody rescued me, I shall kill him. Then he said, obviously the heroes always have good brain. He said, I have the last wish before my death. So what is your last wish? That I want to see how a big genie was residing inside this bottle. So he entered. So that's the story. Now I have a genie. But it's transparent. I cannot see. Where is the genie? One thing I can do, I put some cold water. Because in this hall it is quite cold and my genie must be feeling little cold also. I close it. Nothing happens. Let me press it very hard so that it gets hard. Nothing is coming out. What is this? One thing I can. Everybody is afraid of fire. So I can put some fire. My God, fire will be here. I take a piece of newspaper, Korean newspaper, that burns very well. I love it. The children are really wonderful. Every time I come, and every time I tell Lipi and Samyukta that I should have learned the Odia language so that I can talk with you. Now I put the fire inside. Till now there is nothing vacant. Now something has come. The gene has come. I think a little more fire is necessary. Not very comfortable. Let me see. Nothing is there. Now it is completely filled.
That air is there.
See, nothing is there. It's a light. Again it has come. That is why I ask everybody to come forward as far as possible, so that you can see what is happening. Of course there is no genie. Of course there is no genie. Still there is some. Now you have to tell me what is coming out of this bottle. Water vapor. Any other answer? In this room there is some water vapor. In my mouth there is some water vapor. Cannot see. Water vapor cannot be seen. Water vapor is not opaque. Then what else? Carbon dioxide. So under. See the carbon dioxide? Then what else? Smoke is not there. I open it, I place everything so that all the smoke goes out. Now I close it, again I press it, release it, again it has come. Again it has come. It is not the smoke. I give you a hint because I want to show you many things. I give you a hint. I think light is targeted. Now, after this light is there. Can you help? Help me do that. After this. Wonderful. This is a closed room. Oh, fine. I am very close to you. You are not afraid? Oh, fine. Because to do experiment, you need to have certain conditions. This is a kind of condition that this AC vent is here and there. So, lot of air is coming. If it hits my head, no problem. But if it hits here, then there. Now, I give you some hints. First hint is, there is water, I shake it. Somebody can say me that if water is shake, then what happened to this air space? When sugar is put inside water, what happens? It dissolves. And if you go on adding sugar, it gets saturated. When it gets saturated, no more sugar will go. So here also, when the water vapor saturates this space, no more water vapor will go. So when I shake it, this space becomes saturated. Next, what I do? I put a burning newspaper. Newspaper very well burned. Why? Because this white paper, for the ease of writing, they are put it. They are polished. There are some materials on it, but newspaper is rough paper. They burn very easily. They are porous. They can soak water. Newspaper can clean the glasses very well. You know, some of you know. So newspaper is very useful. Burning newspaper supplies what? Carbon dioxide gone up. When it was burning, those carbon dioxide has gone up. Yes, I told it completely. Seed. Heat. Right, heat. Acids. Acid is very important. Some goes inside and some can you see acids? Can you see dust? There is no dust. That means there are very minute dust particles. In this room, in this bottle, there are minute dust particles. What is the function of that? Have you seen in winter when you come out of your home and give it, what happens? You see something. What is that? Water vapor condenses. Very good. Give a clap. To condense a water vapor, it needs some nuclearization. That means some dust particles. Do you know what is cloud? Cloud is condensed water droplets on fine particles. So I supplied the particles. Now is how to condense it on that particle. Now the last part is very important. If a gas is suddenly compressed like this, do you know what is this process called? If a gas may compress slowly, this is called isothermal, and when it is pressed very suddenly, no heat exchange takes place. You have not read it? Adiabatic. Good. By adiabatic compression, temperature of the ambient increases. If it is saturated, if the temperature increases, then some more water vapor will go. Then this is I have compressed. Then suddenly I released. So adiabatic expansion. What it will do? It will lower the temperature. So the excess water vapor that will condense on the carbon particles, and therefore we have prepared cloud, fog, mist in a bottle. Can you not do it? Yes, sir. Very easy. In your school, when you go back, then take a bottle slightly harder so that you can press it properly. These water bottles are very soft, but this is very important experiment I will do with it. They are also very useful, don't neglect. So, you should take a small note. We need a hard plastic bottle, little water, a piece of Odisha newspaper and a match so that you create a fire, close it, it must be airtight, then suddenly give an advent